Hi, welcome to the Anime Social Club. We hope you enjoy your stay.
That was pretty fun.
Your friend will catch cold sleeping like that.
I'm home, everyone!
Just a humble bounty hunter, man.
All right, hold on. Okay, cool. I think we're all right. We're good to go. Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Anime Social Club. Once again with your boy Kid Benji, coming at you with another live stream podcast recording setup thing, mabob. Like we always do every single week. Join with me today is my boy, the New Zealander.
I'm Asia. That's good enough.
He's from Australia too. And then we have Kuro.
No, I'm not.
Kuro right over there, on the lesser coast of the United States.
What? No.
Coming at us live.
People use EST way more than they use PST. Thank you.
So delusions.
She's not wrong.
So delusions aside, we're back again for another week where we all get to be on it. You know, we had a couple weeks of struggling. Last week was our first week all back together once again, and we are all here as well together again. Yeah. So
yes.
If you guys haven't already, drop a subscription to the Twitch channel, to the YouTube, on any podcasting platform. If you listen to the audio version, you can catch the full experience in video form on YouTube, as well as on Twitch. We record every single Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and you can join with the chat and the experience live. We do a pre and a post show, so you guys will be able to be a part of that as well. So without further ado, and me peeking the shit out of my mic, we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. So let's go ahead and introduce today's topic, which is our mid-seasonal update, which I'm fucking stoked to talk about because there's just so much to say.
There's a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
There is. There's a lot.
So while I'm just quickly looking over the notes real quick, I'm going to just detail how we're going to go about this. I'm just going to go down the list. You guys already have the note in front of you. We'll see who's watched what. And then, you know, some of us will have seen the only one that's seen the show, if we've seen it with someone or if we've seen it before. So we're updating on the summer season so far, as well as any other things that we've been watching in between, because we're anime addicts pretty much at this point. Yeah. So let's go ahead and give our thoughts on everything we've seen so far. So what's your overall general feeling? You feel good about everything that's been premiering or what you've been watching personally? What's your anime experience been like for this summer season that we've been in? Let's start with you.
Sure. I don't really like seasonals. I'm just gonna straight up be honest with you with that. I prefer watching older, but I do think that there has been some unique shows that I really have been enjoying this season. Overall feelings, love-hate relationship, I guess. That's how I would describe it.
I feel it. What about you, Kuro?
Yeah, I'd agree that it's like a love-hate. I think I'm liking this season more than I thought I would. But I don't know. There's really only like 3 shows that I'm genuinely enjoying. But the rest are like, There's like a good mix of bad and good. So I don't know. But outside of actual seasonal anime, I've had a great time. So
I feel it. All right, cool. Well, let's go ahead. We're going to go down the list. So we're going to look at each of our seasonal lists that we've been watching. So just keep a heads up, and we're going to start from the top of that, which is with the show that I thought everyone stopped watching because I heard it was terrible. Hopcraft.
Please, let's just take it easy. Okay?
You cannot sell me on this show. Dude, I've seen clips from it, and dude, come on,
you can't watch just clips from it. What? That's not how it works.
Ikari says Copcraft is great. Fuck off.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly, dude.
I'm trying to trigger him.
Exactly. Matt knows what. Oh my goodness, trying to trigger me. Unbelievable. Listen, Copcraft is fantastic. If you listen, you're not gonna like it if you don't like your typical cop shows. Like you will never like it if you don't like it. That's just fact.
I'll never like it if I don't like it.
If you don't like cop shows,
Cop
if you
shows,
don't like cop shows, yeah. If you don't like cop shows, you will hate it because it's structured just like one. It's a perfect mimic. The way that the episode would start would be the same as you would experience in any Western cop show, or even Asian cop show. Any cop show. Let's just leave it at that. So if you don't like cop shows, then you'll hate it.
Okay, you keep
if you like fantasy, and you like cop shows, you'll love Copcraft.
Okay, so so you're leaving out probably like the most important thing is that this is a reverse isekai.
It's not a reverse isekai. It's a parallel world.
She gets trapped in that world, right? From another
No,
one?
she doesn't. No. It's an open gateway, dude. It's more like Gate than it is like anything else. It's not an isekai.
Sure. I mean, I don't know. I
Banana said, "Oh, so it's awful."
Wow,
Yeah.
please. Okay. Let me go into some details then. Okay, I'm gonna go into some details. The way that the partnership is formed between the two main characters is really well done. It's simple, it's endearing, and it engages you instantly into their relationship. Even though it's something that I've seen many times before, like it's not anything new. Like I've seen it done over and over, but it's been done in a way that makes me engage with it. Every aspect of the show, when it comes to music, when it comes to action, when it comes to the mysteries that they have to solve, it's really simplified. Like everything is predictable, but the way that they execute it is always engaging. It never gets boring ever.
So is it better or worse than Battle Blood Blockade?
I don't know what that is. That sounds like something that I've dropped.
Yeah.
I mean, you have terrible taste anyway, so we'll just move on to the next one.
You really.
Kikai
Wow.
Sensen. That's what it was. That's what it was.
Yes. I did drop that. Yeah.
Okay. Oh well, then. I mean, there's just no argument to be had here. Then. I mean, I don't get it. Like, I Kikai Sensen was fantastic. Like, it was a really good show. Like,
It was a mess of a show. There was no coherency.
that was like part of the point, though. Like, that's what lent to like a lot of the overall narrative of the show. Like,
It's not a cop show at all. Like
That's the point.
if you look at the opening song, let's just look basic things. Let's look at the opening song,
I
right?
love the opening song for Kekai Sensen.
I'm talking about Copcraft's opening song.
Kekai Sensen.
The opening song for Copcraft is perfect in regards to getting me to want to be a police officer in this world. It wants me to come with you and be in that adventure. Kekai Sensei is more, oh, hype. Oh, this is all hype. It's not engaging me in the story. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's just because I love hype. That's probably why I prefer it. I prefer that over Copcraft. I don't know. I'm not gonna watch it. What about you, Kuro? Is it even on
Didn't
your
watch it,
radar?
not gonna watch it.
I feel it. It's just, I don't know. Maybe if I'm bored one day, like if I run out of anime to watch, I'll be like,
I do.
Copcraft.
I do want to just give a shout out to the only other person who I know who loves it. His name is Askar, and he's got good ass taste in anime.
Askar rates everything at 1. 43% of his list is rated at 1.
Except Copcraft, that's up to 3 right now.
Sure. Anyways, next show on the list, let's talk about something that's actually good. Demon Slayer.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're pretty much all cut up, right?
Yeah, I'm caught up
at this point.
Yes.
And I'm gonna throw out the controversial question once again because it's going to come up. Is Demon Slayer better than Mob Psycho 2? Because what? Hold on. So I could definitely see this being the case especially when Crunchyroll ends up doing like their like a whole awards thing, and considering the amount of traction that Demon Slayer got like on a lot of like on Twitter and like more than like in the mainstream, I can see a lot more people being like, oh my god, like Demon Slayer is so cool, like with them people constantly like tweeting out and sharing the video of him doing that new ability. I didn't really see that as much for Mob Psycho, even though I'll just say right now Mob Psycho I think was infinitely better in every aspect, but it was like I could definitely see that being a point of contention, even though it would probably fall into like that whole category of it was just the thing that was most popular at the time, with Demon Slayer being like a lot of people's main point of view when it comes to shows, because I've noticed when like people who have bigger followings say this is the greatest show ever, a lot of people will just default to that, and all of a sudden the show will get a lot of surge and like popularity, and then you get that whole bias that comes with, oh, my favorite person likes this, then I like it too, so therefore it's better than anything else that came out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that's not to say it's still a good show. It's great. It just has dumb writing. That's all. You're watching it too, right? Yeah.
Yes, I am.
What are your overall thoughts so far?
My overall thoughts are, I literally started watching it last week. I watched it in 2 days. I caught up to episode 20.
Oh wow!
I watched it because, to be honest, I had nothing else to do, and I wanted to procrastinate and actually not do my assignment. So I watched it. I enjoyed the action, but man, those characters, they killed me, man.
I like Tanjiro.
I don't like any of them. I like the demons most of the time. I'm like rooting for them. I'm like the main character of One Punch Man, just wanting the evil guy to win every time. That's how I feel when I watch this show in regards to the characters. But the action really good. The animation can be better. I mean, I've seen better stuff than that from Ufotable. But it's good. Nothing to complain about in that regard, really. The story, I mean, it's okay. It's fun. I enjoyed watching it. I'll admit that I enjoyed watching it, even though I think it's really mediocre. I think it's mediocre.
Sure. Kuro, go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying Demon Slayer. There are parts that I don't like, and then there are parts I do like. I say this every fucking week. I read the manga, so I know that it has only gotten better. So I know what to look forward to. But I can see how at this point people aren't totally on board with it. I'm still not totally on board with it, but I enjoyed enough. Like I said, I like Tanjiro, and I like some of the new characters that just got introduced, like Shinobu and Gyu. Those are two of my favorite characters, and you get to see more of them probably at the end of this season. You'll get to see some of their stuff, and they're really cool characters. So I don't know. It's an enjoyable show. I do think it is a bit overhyped, but I'm still enjoying it, and it's very pretty. And the soundtrack is great too.
Yeah, in terms of shonen that we've usually gotten, and it being like pretty bad in terms of just animation and just the overall look and feel of it. If the animation alone is probably pretty much worth is like the main sticking point. That's really
Yeah.
that really like keeps you around. Because I would agree too. Like the characters, they're all right. They're not the greatest, and I don't really like the like I've said before, the writing's kind of dumb. But I do appreciate how the creative approach into the abilities that the demons have themselves. They're not your atypical oh, it's just a demonic power, shoot laser beams out my hands. You know what I mean? Like it's a dude that uses like arrows. It's fucking, he uses arrows and shit to like move things around in different directions. Like that's cool. Another one uses the Tenmari to like throw, like, control it, and there's a reason for it. You know what I mean? And the other dude had like the bongo. Like there's like
the bongo was awesome.
You know what? I am rooting for the demons. The demons have more depth than the characters themselves.
Yeah, they really do. Telling you, dude.
Well, wait till you. Yeah, that's why I say I like Shinobu, especially because this like the end of this arc has like an attachment arc to it, and that one introduces a whole slew of new characters. And you get to dive more into like Shinobu and a couple other characters. And so that's when I started liking the series. 'Cause I actually like all the other like supporting characters better than the main three. But yeah, it expands its power system really well, especially after this arc when you like start learning more about everything. So I think that's also why I kind of got hooked onto it. But I mean, yeah, the progression is slow even now. Like reading the manga, it's still kind of slow, but I don't know. Like I said, I enjoy it more than most of the other average shonen coming out right now. So
fair. I think it has some unique way. It's unique in its shonen. Like it's trying something new, which is respectable.
Yes, that was also kind of why I liked it.
Yeah, it's respectable in that aspect, but I'm not really engaged with it as much.
I feel that, which you made me think of a interesting thought, which is like, it's like kind of risky to do a shonen nowadays, right? Because we've gotten consistent quality like in almost every aspect multiple times, even just this year. So it's like if your shonen isn't good, it's like, why would you even do one? Might as well just make a slice of life, because they just eat that shit up. Just make them gay, and then everyone watches it.
I want it. I'm fine with the gay.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Diamond No Ace 2. I'm a big sports fan. In general, when it comes to most animes, I've seen some of the most mundane, boring sports animes just for the sake of it being a sport anime. Diamond No Ace has always been on my radar. However, I hate baseball. Is this worth it?
Same.
Is this worth it, even though it's fucking baseball?
Yes, it's worth it. It's worth it because the way that the sports anime is actually laid out is, if you were imagine like any sport anime, right? You have in your mind, they have one overpowered guy, and they have one like really smart guy, and then they have a whole bunch of teammates who are really good at the game, but they're underdogs because everybody else is also good at the game, right? Or whatever sport they're playing. And this is not quite like that. It focuses more on the development of the skills of the characters than anything else. The main gameplay is actually just exploring what they have been learning and what they've been improving in their training time. So majority of the time, it's more a training arc than anything else. So you're watching a training arc most of the time, basically.
Have you seen Baby Steps?
I haven't seen Baby Steps, no.
Because it sounds like you're describing Baby Steps. Because Baby Steps is basically that, but it's a dude learning to play tennis. And I loved that show. Like, even though the animation wasn't there, because obviously it wasn't like the biggest show ever, but goddamn, was it not a good ass story with some dope ass characters that I really enjoyed.
Yeah, I think you should consider watching this, because I think you'll like it. The characters are also very good, and they're very fun. They're fun characters, and you want to be on their side most of the time. And you're even on the side of the characters that they face in games as well. It's actually really good.
I
The
feel
music
that.
is good. The animation is also really good, especially in the latest season. Oh, so good.
Nice.
I highly recommend it.
What about you, Kuro? Are you on the radar for this anime at all?
Not really. I mean, maybe one day, but I want to watch Cross Game before I watch Diamond No Ace.
Yes, great choice.
Yeah, of any baseball anime, that's the one on my list. So.
That's the one that started me with baseball, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next show, which is Danmachi, or Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon #2, the second season. And yeah, I like it. It's cool. It's another
That's the one
thing.
with the boob rope.
Yeah, it's the Mrs. Boobstring. I've had like a weird love for Danmachi. My appreciation for it comes in the same intensity as I did for Tensai Slime. You know, like it was it's not like an amazing show, but it's really, really enjoyable. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like I look forward to watching it every week. And I think we just got introduced to Best Girl this last episode, but yeah. What about you, Kuro? Are you watching Boobstring?
No, all I know about it is Boobstring and Hestia's Bestia.
Well, that's all you
Wow.
need to know.
That's all I know.
I like fantasy. I completely skipped the last episode because it was just full of fan service. I don't have time for that. But I enjoy fantasy, and I enjoy this show because it has good music and good animation, and it has fun characters.
Yeah. It's cool. No, and you should watch this last episode. It wasn't bad. Okay. Just watch
It's full
it.
of fan service. It's just a waste of time.
I guess. I don't know.
But
I
I
mean,
skipped through it. I saw it's like 15 minutes, dude. What the heck?
if that is, I guess that's maybe I'm just jaded, or I'm like, my innocence has been stripped away from anime.
Also, did you just say Danmachi has good animation? I'm
Did
sorry,
I say that?
what?
If I did say
It
that,
has alright
Yeah, I think
animation.
I mean,
Eyo did.
if I said that,
It
I
has
retract
alright
that statement.
animation.
It's all right. It's not that great.
Maybe someone did.
Yeah, it's all right. You know, I like it. It's cool. It's cool. Okay, cool. I mean, it's really hard to really go in on Danmachi because again, it's just another one of those watches that's enjoyable. You know?
Yeah, it's just turn your brain off type of fun.
Yeah.
If Danmachi is good animation, Naruto is Mob Psycho.
So I
Wow,
want
that
to.
is
So if I did
amazing.
say that, I want to correct my statement and say it has, decent animation. It's all right.
Yeah, decent. Yeah, it's decent.
Next on the list is Mix. I don't know what that is.
Yes.
Oh, wait, hold on. It's the baseball show?
Yes,
It's made
It's
by
the
the same
same-
people who did Cross Game, right?
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I saw it come out, I was telling Dokes, this is how me and Dokes started becoming good friends through this anime. Mix actually introduced me to Cross Game, which I finished in like a week, 52 episodes or something.
Wow.
It was great. I loved every single moment of that anime. But Mix equally as charming and lovely, and the directing is fun. The breaking of the third, what's it called? The when the characters talk as if they are meta,
Third person.
basically. No, they talk as if they break the screen or something.
Oh, fourth
The-
wall. They break the fourth wall.
That's the one. They break the fourth wall. That's the one I'm looking for. Yeah, they break it quite often actually, and it's really funny. They do it well. It's a good show. It's fun. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I actually have a whole list of sports animes that got posted on Kitsu one time by Eric the Red, and it was like 50 different shows, and I'm like, I'm watching all of these at some point in my life. Okay, cool. And on to another seasonal, which is one of the more questionable ones. Dr. Stone. Crunchyroll's premiere show, I guess you could say. the one that had a lot of pre-hype in the beginning of the year, even before it was even close to the season. So back in winter season, I was seeing people talk about it, and people are like, "Oh my God, Dr. Stone," you know.
It's great. I love it. I enjoy every moment.
I mean, it's all right. I mean, there's. Well, what do you say? What can you say? The show has nothing really to offer beyond just it being an anime. Honestly, it's there.
That's not true.
What?
I mean, it has a unique premise.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but it's like, I don't know. There's just.
Here's my thing with Dr.
I just feel
Stone.
nothing for it. That's all.
I did not like it pretty much at all. First few episodes, but I just caught up today, and I don't necessarily think it's good, but I did find myself slightly enjoying it, at least the last 2 episodes.
You gotta turn your brain off.
Yeah, I just turned my brain off. It made me laugh because the faces are very funny. The like slapstick or whatever they do is actually kind of funny, so it did make me laugh a bit. And now that the 2 characters I find the most annoying are kind of out of the way, I'm assuming for a bit. It wasn't, the last 2 episodes weren't that bad. But I don't know. Overall, I do think it's just kind of average. But I'm enjoying it enough to keep watching. I did almost straight up drop it, but the last 2 episodes kind of made me not want to drop it. So that's where I'm at with Dr. Stone.
It's pretty engaging. I quite like it. I like the main character. I like Senku. I like how he's consistent. He never changes without reason. I like that about the characters in this show. Actually, it's really rare to find characters who don't change easily but still has opportunity to change. I find that people generally suck at writing character development. And for a show of this caliber, I'm actually quite surprised in regards to the way that they've done their characters.
Yeah, I mean, everything just seems like how you say, like, pretty heavy-handed when it comes to, like, Senku, smart guy, the strong fighter dude. He's a strong fighter dude, and
Tsukasa.
The endurance dude. He's endurance, and then the girl dude's a girl, and then you have tough girl, and you have priest
the girl
girl.
Dude's a girl.
You know, like, I don't even need to describe. I just say what their character type is, and you know exactly who I'm talking about. You know.
Yeah.
So they just kind of invest wholeheartedly into, like, they are this thing and they are that one thing, and there's not going to be another one of them because they're that person's the one thing that they are. You know. But I mean, like I said, I don't expect a lot from this, like, at all. Like, it's on the same level as Danmachi for me. It's just an enjoyable show that I watch week to week.
Yep.
You know, it's
Same.
nothing incredible. And if you think Dr. Stone is better than Demon Slayer, then you're wrong. Anyways.
Yeah, you're definitely wrong.
Yeah, I would agree.
But if you think Demon Slayer is better than Copcraft, then you're also wrong.
Okay.
No, I just got a little bit triggered today. I saw someone that was shitting on Demon Slayer, and then they tweeted out.
Oh, was it at you?
No. It was someone on Twitter that has a little bit of a following. They were like, Demon Slayer sucks. And then, like, a week later, they tweet, Dr. Stone is the greatest thing this season. And I'm like, yo, whoa, you're fucking high.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's...
He must be trolling.
I want to say every opinion is valid, but it's like, I feel like at some point, it's like, you just got to shut that shit down. Okay. On to the next seasonal. Vinland Saga.
Spice.
Big spice.
It's really good. I like it. I'm enjoying the adventure. Nothing's like too like you know what I mean. I don't feel like it's like innovating anything or like, wow, you know what I mean. It's
just a really cool story.
Yeah, it's a really cool story. It's a great adventure. It actually feels like an adventure. I think the last time something adventurous really gripped me was Made in Abyss, in terms of like a seasonal show airing. But yeah, I like how everything's structured and approached. What's it called? The guy's name Kelslad, the really smart dude.
Escalade?
Yeah, that guy. He's
he is great.
my favorite character. I absolutely love him. That dude is literally the embodiment of 200 IQ. And
he's a very cool character arc. Well, not really character arcs. He's not the main character, but you get what I mean. He has some very cool stuff.
Yeah, and I think Thorfinn is appropriately annoying for like, where he's coming from and what he went through,
how old is he in this part? I can't remember, but he's still really young, like maybe 12 to 14.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
So, yeah, I mean, I read the manga. I binged. I watched the first episode of this and then was like, okay, I'm interested. So I picked up the manga, read 70 chapters in a day. I couldn't stop reading it because the art is also fantastic. But Thorfinn, like, this is one of the few instances where I've gotten to see a character like go from child to like I can tell this story is gonna have him all the way into old age. It's not done yet, but like he's like a full-fledged adult now. And each section of his life is very different. And so that is what I've really enjoyed about it. And his whole journey as a character is just very cool. It's very well written. And the story is starts picking up different story elements and stuff. And Askeladd is a really cool part. And it's very enjoyable. Like you said, I don't necessarily think it does anything super special, but it's just awesome. It's Vikings. It's cool fucking action. And everything's just like fun about it.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Yu?
I watched 4 episodes of it so far.
Mm-hmm.
I have it on pause at the moment just because I'm actually waiting for more episodes to come out so that I can just watch heaps of them at once.
Isn't it really good to watch in heaps? Like,
I think
it is.
I feel like Vinland Saga is one of those shows where you kind of have to do that. But I have a problem with a lot of the seasonal anime that's coming out, including Demon Slayer. And this problem that I have is that it's supposed to be longer running. 24 episodes is not enough. And I hate anime that makes me invest into them so that I can go read the manga. Because I don't read manga that I don't buy. So
I just don't read.
So yeah, and you don't read manga. So I feel like this is these types of anime for an airing show just really frustrates me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it's hard because especially stuff like Demon Slayer and Vinland Saga, they're both very long. And they're not. They are doing it in seasons rather than continuous, because the whole continuous thing, I think people are leaning away from now because they see how much of a mess it is. I mean, Pierrot's like the last one to do it with Black Clover, but I mean, I think people are trying to steer away from doing that now.
Yeah, I feel that. But I mean, it's just been like a good experience, like overall, in terms of like what we've gotten. And this is something I definitely didn't know I want until I got it, which is like, this more adventurous type of show. But yeah, like if Danmachi's here, I put Vinland Saga like right here, in terms of my enjoyability. Yeah.
I mean, Vinland is the anime is adapting it great. So I would say it's not one of those things where like you need to go read the manga unless you get impatient. That's the only reason I end up reading manga is because I'm impatient. But no, it's the anime is doing a fine job with it, so you could continue with it. But stuff like Demon Slayer is a bit difficult because it's not as good from the beginning.
Yeah, which speaking of manga, and I know I don't read. I picked up my first manga today that I started reading. You? And I'm not gonna reveal what it is until I finish it. So all right.
Wow.
So,
amazing. I'm mad.
So I'm gonna reveal it on stream eventually. So you guys have to watch. Okay. Next show on the list is Given. Or as I like to call it, New Age Beck. I'm gonna be like completely honest. When it comes to anything that involves, an element that's not common within these types of shows, which is with either gay or yuri, right? I always question. I'm like, is this good because it's gay? You know what I mean? Is the gay element because it's uncommon in things that you normally watch? You kind of give it like a pass, in terms of like the writing or like story structure or what it's presenting to you. And I would say with in Given, that's not the case. Given's actually like just good in general. Like everything about it, it's done well. It's just a good show. Like it doesn't lean on this trope, or I don't even say if it's trope, but it's like it doesn't lean on this plot device to make it good. It's good. Even if that wasn't like, say if we just switched the characters around and made one a girl and one a guy or whatever, it would still work, right? Because it maintains the one of the main things that I thought Beck did really well, which is the characters having an actual passion and them displaying that passion via, the music and the sound and how the characters would interact, but kind of like, how do I describe it? It's like the way that you would put like the like when you put the cherry on top of the cake, you finish it off and you get this beautiful thing. That's kind of like what the music's doing for the character development, is like you get the development of the characters and the music kind of like seals it all together. You know what I mean? And it creates this like really, really neat story, that we don't really get too often. But either way, like I'm enjoying it very much, which I still need to watch today's episode, which I'll probably do that after this.
I haven't watched it either.
We'll watch it after this, Kuro?
Yes, we will.
All right, we'll do that.
Yeah, I especially like the directing for this because, this is just my guess, but this is from a studio that's not super well known. I think their big name thing is Assassination Class. I don't think they've done a lot of big stuff. So I don't think there was a lot of like, big expectations going into this, and I just think they're doing a really good job with it. I like the like awkward pauses between the characters. I like the way that they have everything modeled because I think it makes things a bit more believable, especially because it's a high school setting. They're going to be awkward, especially with the type of story it is. It doesn't feel like it's forced because there's awkwardness there, at least between the specific main two characters. But yeah, I think they're doing a really good job with it. I have read the manga, so I enjoy it. But yeah, and it's gay, so I'm not gonna not like it. But
fair.
What about you?
I like it. I agree with everything that both of you said, except the gay part. I don't really care for that much.
Yeah, and you don't have to, and that's what makes it good.
Yeah, you don't have to. That's just my little touch. That's like how you guys like you like isekai. That's your it's an isekai, so you might like it a little more. It's gay, so I might like it a little more.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Like that doesn't. Yeah, it's more to me the music and the character development that's really well done. I really like that part. It's really good.
Yeah,
I'm behind. I'm 3 episodes behind, so I'm also pausing that so that I can watch all of it at once.
The one episode is very gay. The one that's next.
and this is becoming so I would say like shows that you would recommend to people, right? Like Fruits Basket, when it comes to recommending anime to like a woman, right? Fruits Basket like just immediately comes to my mind because it's like something that I feel like would work with like guys aren't like gonna necessarily just like that right away. Like they'd be more into like Dragon Ball Z type esque shows. So Fruits Basket kind of fulfills that need. I feel like Given is gonna be one of these shows as well. That would be great introductory show because it's very soft and warm, in a way where it doesn't really kind of like grab you and then fucking pull you in,
Yeah.
It gradually shows you everything and it like it's kind of like it's like. You ever like put a blanket in the dryer and then you take it out of the dryer and the blanket's like all warm?
Oh yeah.
And it's like
that's
raining
nice.
outside and you have a cup of tea. That's what I get.
To me, this is like the second coming of Yuri on Ice, kind of, where it has because its genre is shonen ai, so you can't ignore the part that it's gay. So this is one of those shows like Yuri on Ice where people who are a bit skeptical about watching shows about the shonen AI genre, this is one that I would probably give them along with Yuri on Ice because it actually has like a core story. That's not necessarily. I mean, this one's more focused around the romance part than Yuri on Ice is, but it's just one of those ones that is a very good introductory to this type of genre.
Yeah. And by the way, I just want to clarify, I fucking love Fruits Basket. I will protect
We're gonna talk
Toru.
about it. We're gonna talk about it.
Okay, sorry.
I just want to add to your statement about the blanket. Yeah, it's kind of like courting someone. That's what the show is doing. It's courting us into wanting to be more involved with their life.
Mm-hmm.
It's slowly encouraging us to fall in love with them, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it does a fantastic job at doing it.
Yes.
It's one of the best slice of lives that I've seen, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Very, very,
It's really good.
Very enjoyable. Okay, cool. And then, hold on. Give me a second here to loosen up because
Oh no, I know which one is coming.
all right, if you guys hate this part, leave for the next 5 minutes because it's my time.
Oh,
You all know it's not Isekai Cheat Magician.
it's not.
It could be.
Oh, right, it's
There's
not.
two. There goes bananas.
Okay, Carole Tuesday. Oh my god, this show is still killing it. If you haven't been watching this fucking show, fucking watch it, motherfucker. Okay, who cares if it's not on Netflix? You go illegally. It's a crime to not watch this. Okay, at this point. Okay, look. Okay, this
Please.
new defining series for music and anime. It shows what real production can do. Like it transcends. I fucking love this show. Okay, and you need to watch
Do
it.
you?
Yes. Oh, sorry. I was. Anyways, I guess some little quick tidbits. I don't want to go off on it. I could talk about the show for fucking ever, but the story's improved a lot. It did what I hoped it was going to do. It used the first season as kind of like, the base layer, and then it executes the drama in the second half, which I think it's doing pretty damn well. And the kind of like the little twists that they're weaving into it aren't to the extreme point of where it detracts from a lot of the quality of the music in the show. However, I don't want to do this. The one gripe with the show. Oh my! I'm sorry. Like the one gripe, the only gripe.
The truth comes out.
The
You
only
have to, Benji.
the only gripe with the show. The way that it's panning out, it almost seems to me that Watanabe has seen one too many music-related American TV shows like
Yes.
Power or Empire or any
Yes.
of these other shows that revolve around the music industry. Because I'm noticing a lot of really common parallels between Carole and Tuesday and these other shows. And I'm like, holy shit, does this dude did he just watch all these dramas from America and he was like, I'm gonna make that into an anime? Because that's what it kind of seems like at this point. With just the drama, the music's on another level. I would say at a higher quality than what we'd get normally out of shows like those two that I mentioned. But overall though, it's still anime of the year for me. So fuck out of here. Anyways, hey yo.
It's on pause at the moment. I watched one episode. I remember.
Great first episode, right?
Listen, Benji. I actually want to talk about this because I remember when the first episode aired, and I was on Kitsu, and I saw multiple people who are now loving the show comment on how much of a disappointment the first episode was. I actually didn't mind it at all. I thought it was good. But it was surprising. It was just surprising to me how many people actually thought that it was bad. And I was like, oh, interesting. But I paused it. I want to watch it when it comes out on Netflix. That's the plan. I want to watch it in one go. Boom.
Bad first.
I'm looking forward to it.
Bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I read, man. I
mean,
promise.
I
I need
didn't
names.
really care for the first episode.
I'm adding to my block list. Who
I
are
think
these
I
people?
definitely, I didn't post about it, but I did comment and say that I wasn't a huge fan of the first episode.
You're blocked.
I mean,
you have been stopped.
I mean, have you seen my
my
Carole
goodness.
Tuesday rating? Because you would probably pass out.
I don't. We just won't go there.
I like Carole Tuesday. The music, I mean, I've been bopping to that album in my car. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just not a huge fan of the
Okay.
story.
Hold on. Go Bananas in the chat says it's probably my least favorite Watanabe production. Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. That's fine. You can say that because look what the fuck you compare it to. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Okay, you're comparing it to some of the most defining shows in anime ever. So I'll take that. Okay.
I mean, I just don't think it's even my favorite music anime, though. Like, not even close. It has the best music, probably, of any music anime that I've seen, but, I mean, I care about more than just the music part of it, and when you had commented and said that, you know, you think you've seen too many Hollywood movies, that's why I wasn't enjoying it from the beginning, because it was way too predictable for me. And I am enjoying it. I like it better than, like, half the shows I've watched this year. It is a very fun show. I don't think it's necessarily innovative in its story or anything, just because of the amount of American productions that have done stories like this. But the music is fantastic, I will say that, and I do like the world as well. I think that's pretty unique as well. But yeah, I mean, I'm not caught up. I think I stopped at episode 14, so I need to catch up. But the music is great. That is my number one thing about it. That's like best soundtrack of the year. It is a bop.
What about you, Yo? Oh yeah, you guys have first episode. Okay.
Yeah, I already said my piece. I'm happy.
I think Carole Tuesday is already better than Kids on the Slope. If Kids on the Slope would have had a second season and would have fleshed out that ending, maybe my opinion would be different, but definitely not as it is now. Zanko no Terror again, the ending. Why? So at this point, if Carole Tuesday if they don't fuck up the ending, it is my solidified anime of the year. To be honest, like it's just it's just there. So
Ashley really
anyways,
got you.
I'm getting roasted. My chat is like one of the most savage chats. They like my chat is never, they call me out on literally everything and I love it.
Yes, they do. It's fine, baby. I love you.
But like I said, if you guys have any opinions that you want to talk to me live on stream, Sunday 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is the EU stream. Check it out where we do anime talk. Overall I fucking love it. So also little known tidbit, if you're in the second season and the ending song, there's a certain episode that talks about one of the characters and a certain thing copying the character. Listen to the ending song a little bit closer after that episode. You might notice something different. That's what I'm saying, okay? Subtleties, okay?
Oh, wow. Interesting.
This show does a lot of subtleties that I think are getting overlooked because people are overemphasizing the music, which I do think is a big part, but you are missing a lot of the tiny stuff in it. So, yeah.
Sounds great. Looking forward to it.
Cool. Next show on the list is one that it's almost a disservice to like hate on the show. If you are not a fan of this show, you're not a fan of yourself. That's just what it is. If you're not a fan of this show, you're not a fan of yourself. And what I'm talking about is Isekai Cheat Magician. Okay, motherfuckers.
Oh, no.
Okay, I'm no, I'm playing. Oh my god. Okay.
Oh
okay.
my goodness.
I was kidding. That show is Fruits Basket.
Mute Benji.
So
Fruits Basket.
So Fruits Basket is the equivalent of that, one really nice kid in class that, never does anything wrong, is super sweet, super kind, always super thoughtful, takes care of everybody, is always looking out for people, so then you have
wait, I have a great analogy for that. It was a video I saw someone talking about Natsume, and like Fruits Basket is that series where they're like that kid, they bought a box of cookies and they were looking forward to eating it when they got home, and you started eating it and they tell you to try the one in the middle because it's their favorite.
Exactly like that.
Wow.
Yeah, it is such a good
That's very cute.
It's so cute.
I love any anime that can nail interpersonal relationships, and I think Fruits Basket does that really well. Despite having such a huge character cast, despite having such a huge overarching story and a world and all these other elements, the dude knew what he was doing. I don't even know who the writer for the show is, but
it's a woman.
Yeah, she knew exactly what she was doing. Shout out to the homie Kirstens for the follow. Appreciate you. But yeah, it's I can see why it was so loved way back then and why it was always talked about.
Hold up, Matt in the chat. You are on Kuro's good list now. Natsume is my favorite anime. Natsume is my favorite anime, so thank you for that. But Fruits Basket is really good. It's my anime of the year. It was my first shoujo I watched back in the day. I say this all the time. First shoujo. I am enjoying the anime now. I think the anime is actually elevating the manga. This is one of those moments where I would say, just fucking forget the manga, watch the anime. Because manga does not have great art. And I just think the pacing and the directing is so well done for this that you can forget about the manga. But yeah, especially the last few episodes of Fruits Basket, I've absolutely loved. I think it was the last one. Bananas, I swear to God, if you shit on Fruits Basket on Sunday, I will end you.
Don't worry.
The whole community will end him.
Yeah.
Fruits Basket is so good.
You bully the one thing we all want to protect. Okay, I will attack. Okay.
Come on, I thought you were liking it, Banana.
Anyways, what about you, Yo? What's your feelings on it so far?
I remember dropping the first one because I was hating any type of shoujo back then, to be honest. But I am loving every second of this one, and the animation is fantastic. The music is great. The characters are annoying at times, and they are fittingly fun at the same time. It's wonderful watching it. I am quite behind. I'm on episode 5 right now, and I am looking forward to watching more of it. Yeah,
and Toru is best girl probably all time. Okay, that's just where it's at right now. I'm sorry.
Okay, I do just want to say that Bananas said generic is his main problem. The source material for Fruits Basket came out 19 years ago, so
if you like any,
it is a bit old.
Well, not only that, if you like any slice of life nowadays, you can thank Fruits Basket.
What argument? Because romance shoujo was obviously a thing before Fruits Basket in 2000, but it was not as big as it is now. Do not say exactly. It's really popular. It literally Fruits Basket is still one of the first big name shoujos. It started a lot of this stuff, and also its story. I don't know. The few shoujos that I can name before it that were big, I think His and Her Circumstances came out before it. I'm not sure. And then Marmalade Boy, maybe a few other ones, but it started all of that. So I'm not saying it's not generic, but I'm just saying that is not. Also, being generic is not necessarily a bad thing.
We'll go into that on Sunday. We'll go into that on Sunday. And Bananas, if you can find me an anime that does interpersonal relationships better than Fruits Basket, hey, I'm all down to watch it.
I could definitely find those, but it's not the best one.
No, that does it better.
It's not the best one yet. That's exactly what I was going to say, Bananas.
With as big of a cast. With over 12 with over 12 interconnected characters over a period of 63 episodes. Okay.
But you got to know Lion. But Gatsu no Lion is 50 episodes.
I'm never gonna watch Gatsu. Anyways, on
Oof.
to the next show. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna watch it. Isekai Cheat Magician.
Oh, it's the Isekai corner.
The Isekai
Time.
corner. Woo! Isekai corner. Wait, where's the graphic for that? Wait. Okay, I don't have it. It'll be
Is there
ready
an
next
action?
time. Isekai corner. Okay. Well, I've only seen this one out of the three. That we've seen. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna watch Suigatsu. God, my whole chat's getting angry at me. I will watch it. I'm sorry. I will watch it. Okay. Isekai Cheat Magician is again, if you haven't seen it, take some time out of your day, sit down, relax, and just enjoy this show. That it like you okay. Do you remember how when Galileo first presented his ideas to the Catholic Church and how he was ostracized and hated, to the point of, I think he pretty much got murdered, right? That's what Isekai Cheat Magician is, okay? It is being persecuted, is being hated on, but that's necessary for progress, all right? And that's what it's doing. It's progressing anime. Isekai Cheat Magician is progressing anime to a new renaissance. If
But
you disagree,
Galileo was a science bitch.
hey, yo, so how you enjoying it?
I am loving it. But I'm also hating it. I'm hating every second of it. I get angry every time I watch it. It's kind of like playing League of Legends. It's kind of like playing League of Legends. I love playing League of Legends, but I hate it every time I play it. So that's the way I would describe it.
Okay, I don't mean to interrupt, but I do just want to inform that my lights just flickered and there's a storm going on right now, so I might lose power.
Okay.
So if I drop, you know what happened. Continue.
Cool, no problem.
Let's be more efficient.
But by the way, I referenced Sunny in Philadelphia earlier.
I love It's Always Sunny.
Yeah. So I referenced the episode where Galileo was labeled a science bitch.
Yes.
Where he was wrong.
I am really angry
and-
that I didn't get that. I love Always Sunny. I've only ever seen the first 2 seasons though.
Yeah,
It's been a
it does
long
it.
time.
Galileo's a bitch. Basically, Mac just proves that evolution was a lie.
It's so good. It's
It's
beautiful.
so fucking funny.
Oh my god.
But the point is that Galileo was wrong. That's the point.
Mm-hmm.
And the point is that Isekai Cheat Magician is bad. And
Yes.
you're wrong, Benji.
Yes.
Okay, next anime, Arifrueta.
Yes. Oh, yes.
I love Arifrueta.
It's so good. We get some CG
It's
monsters.
It's so funny. Because it's so
Oof.
bad.
Yeah. It's bad and it doesn't lie to itself,
Yeah, it's literally one of my favorite to watch because I genuinely laugh out loud every week.
Same. It's really funny, yeah. It's good. I enjoy it. It's dumb. It's got good action. It's got... the animation's horrible. But it's still fun.
Banana said, I'm afraid people will start liking Arifrueta unironically. You know what? Probably, because it's so funny.
Hey,
the
please.
fucking CG Hydra.
Yeah, it's so good. The CG Hydra is so good.
Gosh, yeah, Arifrueta. You gotta watch it, Benji. I'm telling you, it's
I
so funny.
have better things to do with my time.
It's
No,
so funny.
It's the battle against bad CG. I realized this is what this anime is about.
Yes, yes.
It's a battle against bad CG.
About bad CG and bad storytelling, because it's just stream of consciousness for the first 2 episodes.
I would rather
That's
watch
true.
Copcraft than watch
Wow. Whoa.
Arifrueta.
Come
Whoa,
on,
whoa.
Benji.
Please. Benji, please, dude.
Look, I'd rather play League of Legends. Well, then, granted, I'd rather play League of Legends than
You
most
like League of
things.
Legends.
Anyways, let's go on to the next one.
No, they have not explained how they got Isekai, Yukari. Actually, they may have a recap.
Hey Benji, can I introduce the next anime actually?
Go ahead. I've never seen it. I doubt she has. This is all you. This is the
Is it
Etio
a seasonal
show.
or?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a seasonal. Yeah. Okay, I'm renaming it. It's called YouTube 2002 series.
Oh God.
Because that's pretty much what it is. Demon Lord Retry is basically just one of those series that you used to watch on YouTube when you were younger.
True.
Where it's just like it, right? It's like it's uncanny how similar it is.
Wow.
It's surprising. I actually really
Amazing.
enjoy it because of that. It's so dumb. It's so stupid.
I know.
It's so like everything about it is horrible. It's just so fun though.
I read the premise to the show and I was like, why? Just
It's like one of those shows. It's like one of those shows that you watch when you want to watch a YouTube video, but you just go watch that instead.
Yeah, true. True.
Yeah.
I believe it. Yeah.
Do we want to continue through seasonals and then go back to our other lists?
Yeah. Well, this next seasonal section, I'm gonna just hit on really quick because it's most of stuff that, because now we're in exclusives. Because the only thing that we share next is Dumbells, and everything else we've all only seen individually. So I'm gonna just quickly hit on these after Dumbells. So, how heavy are the dumbbells you lift? So it looks like only me and Kuro are watching it.
Yes.
So I really like it. It's actually decently funny. Has a good structure. The characters are enjoyable. It's pretty much the equivalent of eating a donut in terms of watching anime. It does nothing for you. Yeah, it does nothing for you, but it has one of the great openings for the season, and side chesto.
Opening is great. Yeah.
You know, yeah, it's so fun. It's so fun. It's so fun. Like, yeah, just watch it because it's a fun show. You know, and it might get you to work out. You fucking weebs. But don't believe there's some misinformation in the show. I won't lie. Like the fucking metabolic window. Like, no, okay, that lasts for anywhere from 24 to 48 hours. You don't need to drink a protein shake with 30 minutes after your workout. You're totally fine doing it at any point after your workout. Okay, anyways. Okay, cool. So now we're gonna do a little bit of a rapid fire. Finish off these seasonals. So I'm gonna go through mine, Kuro, and then you're gonna hit yours. Okay.
Okay.
So next on the list is Magical Senpai. Really cute, entertaining. Watch it with your door closed, and you better like fan service if you're watching this. Next on the list is El Melloi, the rail gun thing. It's the Fate spinoff. It's really good. If you like Mystery of the Week, this is a really good Mystery of the Week show. Even if you go into it blind, I think the first episode gives you enough context for you to appreciate it. And yeah, it's great animation. Troika's doing an amazing job. They pretty much beautiful Ufotable Jr. At this point. Next, Granbelm, one of my biggest disappointments of the season. Not because it is inherently bad, but because it became something I didn't want to be after the first 2 to 3 episodes. But you know, it's all right. And then finally on my list is Fire Force. Fire Force literally got infinitely better after episode 3. So episode 4 and on, the way that the directing, how it was directed in the first couple episodes was really weird. But from this point on, it seems to be done really, really, really well. So if you haven't seen Fire Force, definitely go check it out. It's pretty good now. Pretty awesome. Cool. Anyways, on to the last 3, right, Kuro, that you got?
Yes. So let me look at my list real quick. Okay, I'm gonna do Are You Lost real quick. I'm still watching this for some reason. It's really bad, but they're only 12-minute shorts, so I've just been watching it because it's so fucking weird. Anyway, that's all there is for that one. The other 2, I'm gonna talk about the next one. I'm gonna do Dau Zu Shi season 2 next. Dau Zu Shi is the Chinese anime that it's probably the biggest Chinese anime right now, like most popular. Yeah, it's really fucking good. I mean, this is probably one of my favorite anime of the year, but it won't really count because it's Chinese. But the animation's beautiful. I've read the novel, so I know what happens, but it's really good. I would recommend the series. I show a lot of people gifts from it, and they want to watch it, so please do. And then finally, I just started this today, and I have not been able to put it down, and I think this is one of my favorite this series, and that is Maidens in Their Savage Season, which everyone keeps talking about. It's really cute. It sounded by its description like it would be bad, but it's like every episode. I keep wanting to watch more episodes. It's very realistic in its depiction of high schoolers, and how they talk about sex and what it means. I don't know. I'm really enjoying it. It's a really cute show. Definitely one of my favorites. So
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was it. Oh, I forgot Bem. They went on a literal 3-week hiatus, so because of that, it's now dropped. Fuck you guys.
Wow.
Like, don't make me wait 3 weeks for a show that's like all right. Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not watching that shit anymore. Okay, cool. So that is all the seasonals that we've watched.
Right.
If we missed any, okay, we were watching a lot of fucking shows. Okay, we just spent the last.
We didn't like them.
Either we didn't like them or we want to watch them later on. I am 100% watching Maidens at the end. I'm gonna watch. I'm so close to just watching Sif No Gear. I am so fucking close just to watching it because it looks so badass. Boob rockets.
What?
Anyways,
I would recommend
That's not
Maidens.
the good part. The good part is the singing, dude. What?
and yes, I'd even defeat, but if it's for my daughter, I'd even defeat a demon lord. It's just not interesting, man. I just don't see nothing interesting about it. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so now we're gonna pop into non-seasonals.
Right.
I'm gonna hit mine really fast. I'm gonna be honest.
You have the smallest list, I think.
Yeah, to be honest. Okay, I'm gonna hit them really quickly. And then Etyo and Kuro are probably gonna do a little bit more into theirs, since we're already an hour in. So Saiki K, currently watching. It's really good. It's super fucking funny. I'm halfway through the first season, and I can't wait to watch more of it. Next is Banana Fish. It's all right. I mean, it's like winning at the Special Olympics. Like, it has really no competition in terms of like what you're comparing it to with quality and story structure. I'm probably gonna really like it overall because like, what the fuck do you compare to it? 91 Days in Gangster. But yeah,
We're only 6 episodes in.
It's really good mafia story. Don't really see it being anything extraordinary. But I want Banana Fish to surprise me eventually. Next is Chihayafuru. Basically, the writer didn't know how to write a main character, so he just took the main shonen S trope and then put a girl on it, and she plays card games now. But overall, it's almost to the point where Kuro's gonna roast me for this. Taichi, is that his name? The boy?
Yeah, well, you haven't gotten a shit for Taichi
Okay,
yet,
so I'm not gonna lie. I want Taichi to be the main character. I don't give two shits about Chihaya.
Yes. Yes, I love Taichi.
Like it's almost like the dude was afraid to make Taichi the main character in the story, and only made Chihaya the main character because she's a girl, and he knew it would.
Chihaya's the main character.
It seems like it would work better.
Reason.
Yeah, but I mean, Taichi really should have been the main character the whole time. I mean, she just seems to be fodder to further boost his own character overall and his development. You know. But that's not to say though. It is still a quality show, and yeah, it's a cool watch. You know,
I don't think like Chihaya is supposed to be the main character, but I don't technically I don't know. I feel like a lot of the other side characters get just as much time and dedication. So, I mean, we're only 15. We did 15 episodes so far. So yeah, I guess we're a pretty good portion in. But I mean, season 2 especially is very focused on some other characters. Yeah. So
it's definitely not a bad show. I just wanted Taichi to be the main character. That's all.
Yes, we all love Taichi, and he gets done dirty so many times.
I don't know if I love Taichi, but I know that he
Well,
should be the main character. It's like
you'll love him after season 2. That's really season 2 is a lot of Taichi
yeah,
stuff.
Taichi is a good boy. Like I
He's a
appreciate
very good boy.
I appreciate how they show when a dude puts in the work and then it still don't work. But you still
Benji just met Queen.
Queen's dope though.
Queen is great.
next on the list is Nichijo. I've only seen the first episode, but it was hilarious and I like
better than that Asabi nonsense, right? What's
Asabi.
Asabi.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, I've never
Yeah,
seen
thanks. My respect. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I literally like Nichijo. I'm actually probably gonna absolutely love this series. Yo. I just want to touch on one thing though. Go Bananas in the chat says Queen greater than Chihaya? Yes. And then finally, Hyouka, which I finished up this past weekend. Wow. It was a really good show. I did not expect to like it. I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. This is a good example of what happens when weak source material means genius directing and animation, because you can really create a lot of character development, atmosphere, overall feeling for the characters, just by doing a lot of things really well or really, really right. But yeah, it was definitely an enjoyable watch. I would say it's something everybody can get something out of the show, but it's really good. Like you can't watch this and then be angry at the end of it. Well, I guess you can, but I don't know. I don't know. I like the ending. I appreciated it. I kind of don't want there to be a season 2.
I don't think there won't be.
There won't be.
We've seen things forced before, so I just hope it's just not done.
KyoAni doesn't do that.
Yeah, they forget.
No, KyoAni just finishes their shows.
Yeah, or they just never bring second season.
No, I totally agree. Bananas, amazing ending, and it doesn't need a continuation. It just doesn't. Yeah.
Just forget it. Like Dark in the Black season 2. Just forget that it exists if it ever comes out.
Yeah, I just won't even reference it.
Ignore its existence.
Like Dragon Ball GT. What's that?
Yeah.
And then so I'm gonna touch on my movies really quick. I saw End of Evangelion. Whoa, what a mindfuck. The Wind Rises. Basically, I consider it the Satoshi Kon-esque show or Satoshi Kon-esque movie. And if it was Ghibli, I don't know if I described that right, but I had a lot of really
what you mean, yeah.
fast pace and the cutting and the flow and how everything went. Wind Rises. I
loved the Wind Rises.
Yeah, it was really nice. And then finally, we saw my favorite anime movie of all time now, Sword of the Stranger. I am a absolute slut for action, and I'm definitely an absolute slut for action that involves swords. So I was totally whoring myself out for this. My previous favorite anime movie was Ninja Scroll, which it actually seems like it actually seems like this show this movie pulled a lot of inspiration from Ninja Scroll, and did a lot of things a little bit better. But still, overall, Ninja Scroll was my favorite anime movie, and now Sword of the Stranger is 100% like top of the list now. It's actually tied with Spirited Away. I usually normally say Spirited Away just to be cultured when it comes to most people, but I do genuinely love it. But I would say in terms of like what I like in terms of my genre of movie, which is action, and then Sword of the Stranger just really hits it on every point. And it's a non-franchise movie. It's a non-fucking franchise movie. Thank fucking God it's a non-franchise movie and it's action, which we don't ever get nowadays. Holy shit. Chat, Bananas, come Sunday. I'm coming for you. All right, so that's basically my mid-seasonal wrap up. So let's go ahead and we'll do Kuro and then Etyo. Is that cool?
Yep.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Okay, I have a bit of a long, so because I'm doing this challenge, going to plug my challenge because it's on my blog, to watch 100 anime in the year because I'm a busy person, so I don't watch that much anime, so this is big for me. I've watched a lot, at least in the past 2 weeks, but first I'll start with I decided to go through all of Miyazaki's main films. I'm actually watching just all of Ghibli's big names in general, but I did Miyazaki first, and then I have the other ones on my list for later. And I did a mass post on Kitsu after I watched them all, ranking them, so you can go check that out. But I rewatched a few that I watched years ago and didn't remember, and then I watched 2 that I hadn't seen before. So my rewatches were Whisper of the Heart, Laputa, Castle in the Sky, and then Nausicaa. And then the 2 that I hadn't watched were The Wind Rises and Porco Rosso. I enjoyed all of them. I would have to say that I enjoyed Nausicaa the least. Just because I felt that Mononoke took the themes that Nausicaa was trying to do and just made it more interesting for me, at least. I think I would have liked Nausicaa more if I... Shut up, bananas. I would have liked Nausicaa more if I saw it first. But I'll leave that with that there. I ended up putting... I guess I'll do Porco Rosso was enjoyable as well. I found myself wanting a little bit more from it. I know the point was that it was supposed to be mysterious, but I personally just wanted a bit more from it, but still super enjoyable. I think I gave it like a 7.5 to an 8. And then, so Laputa, The Wind Rises, and Whisper of the Heart all went in my top 5. Whisper of the Heart was my number 5. I really enjoyed it. It was a very cute romance movie. The Wind Rises, Benji just covered it. Fantastic. And Laputa was actually my favorite of everything that I watched.
It's really good, huh?
Yeah, it was so good. Shut up. Laputa Castle in the Sky is not the same thing that you're trying to say it is. But yeah, it was very enjoyable. It's just a great adventure story, and I couldn't help but love it more because the voice actor for one of the main characters is Luffy's voice actor. And it also just had that very... it just had that very fun, adventurous feel that One Piece has. So I think that's why I really enjoyed it. But so those are the Ghibli things that I did. I watched a lot of other films. We did Sword of the Stranger. I'm looking at my list here. And I also watched Memories and Angel's Egg. Angel's Egg was interesting. It was very atmospheric. Angel's Egg has hardly any dialogue, so it's maybe an hour. And there's one small like monologue maybe, and then like 2 other lines of dialogue the whole time. So the whole thing is based on atmosphere, and it has a lot of religious undertones or overtones. I mean, the religious aspect of it is very obvious, so I guess I wouldn't say undertones. But it's very creepy. I had just bought a new TV. I've never had a TV before, actually, so I just bought this
TV
huge...
Pog.
Yes, so I just bought this huge TV, and the first thing I watched on it was Angel's Egg. I turned my lights out. It was nighttime, and I watched Angel's Egg, and I have to tell you, watching it in the dark made it so much better. It was very creepy. So yeah, I would recommend Angel's Egg. I think I gave it like a 7.5. It was very good. I just didn't personally, I guess, attach myself to its themes that it was trying to do, but certainly I think it's a good watch. Everybody should watch it, 'cause the music and the production alone were so captivating. And then Memories is a series of 3 horror sci-fi movies. I think the first one is 45 minutes, the second one is 40 minutes.
I knew I recognized
28
that.
minutes.
I knew
Memories?
I recognized it. We watched that for the anime movie club. Okay,
Yes.
Before you go, I hated all 3. And
Really?
yeah, I was so to the point where the first one was all right. The first one was the only one we
The
completed.
first one was my favorite one.
So the first one we completed. Because you know a little scrub scroller, you can see it playing. We got like a fourth of the way in, and then I took it, and then I accelerated it across just to see what happens. Didn't like it, and then the third one I did the exact same thing. The first one was the only good one, and it was so good that it blew the other 2 out of the water. It made it not even worth watching the other 2.
I would say that, yeah, the first one was significantly better than the other 2. I really enjoyed the second one. Still, I did not like the third one. Well, I didn't hate the third one, but it was okay.
The music is done by Yoko Kanno.
Yes, it's also, I believe, the writer of Akira worked on it too.
Satoshi Kon, yeah.
But I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I wanted, especially that first film. I think it does a very good job with horror themes. It's very creepy. It's very creepy.
The screenplay is done by the same guy who did Perfect Blue.
Perfect Blue. So Satoshi Kon, not Akira. I thought it was related to Akira.
The Akira guy oversaw all three, and Satoshi Kon wrote the first one. That's what
I knew that. I knew they were. Oh well, no wonder the first one was better.
Exactly. Yeah. The other two.
Because Satoshi Kon did it.
The other two were done by mostly unknown people, which explains why they were the way they were and why the first one blew the other ones out of the water.
Yeah, the first one is awesome.
He also worked on Paprikas. Oh no, Paprika was good.
No, Satoshi Kon wrote Paprika. Paprika's his.
Yeah. Sorry. I thought
no, you're fine. I'm a big Kon fan. Actually, I didn't even read that Kon wrote the first one, so I guess that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I mean, anyone who likes the horror genre, I would point them towards Memories in comparison to some other anime stuff, because I don't think anime does horror very well, and at least that first film did it pretty good. It was creepy. It had I don't know, it was really cool to watch. I didn't score it super high, but it was definitely enjoyable, and if you like the horror genre, then you would probably enjoy Memories.
Go watch I did a podcast on Memories. If you guys want to see that and watch me shit all over it, go watch it. It's on YouTube.
By the way, this is just from the last 2 weeks. All this stuff that I watched. So after those ones, anime wise, not film wise, so I started Akage no Ann, or Anne of Green Gables. It is an anime from 1979. It is very good. I love it. Anne is a great character. It's about a young girl named Anne who is an orphan. She gets adopted, and just about her being Anne, and she's just a very unique person, and it's just, I don't know, it's like a coming of age story. It's really great. I enjoy it. It's one of the more highly regarded older anime, so I don't know, if you're looking to start diving into some of the older stuff, I would definitely recommend it. I did After the Rain. I watched it all in one day. After the Rain came out in 2018. Everybody raved about it. The production was phenomenal, and the music was great. Everything about the directing and the production and everything about it was awesome. The story was fine. I liked it enough, and I liked Akira's story. It was a coming of age story, and it was very sweet, but I wasn't totally into the whole story part. So I don't know. I think I gave it a 7. So it was pretty good. The story's fine. The production's really why you should watch it. So that's After the Rain. And then I finished Aria the Natural, Aria the OVA Arietta, and I just started Aria the Origination. Everybody talks about Aria. It's a big thing for a lot of people who follow us. So I'm really enjoying it. It's definitely a slow burner, but I really love it. After the end of Natural and into Arietta, I think I started really loving it. So that's Aria. And then lastly, I started rewatching one of my favorite anime today, which is Shogen Roku Rakugo Shinju. I posted about it on Kitsu. I shared a post about it that I did in 2017, and it's a masterpiece. Please watch it. Yeah, as Ikari said, best anime of the decade. I totally agree. It is absolutely phenomenal. That's really all I want to say about it.
What did I say about it? I said it was boring as shit. Yeah, I said it was boring.
Which you're bitch for saying.
I'm looking forward to watching it.
Shogun Roku is literal art. But I did forget that the first episode is an hour and a half long.
That's why I didn't watch it.
But the visuals and the directing is insane. And all the nuances that they put in, the way they position the characters to sort of tell, because Shogun Roku tells this very artistic, dramatic story. People were commenting on my post and saying how season 1 was already a 10, and then season 2, because everyone talks about season 2, it literally just brought it up to that legendary level. It's just so good. It's true art. So yeah, definitely watch it, please.
Yep, looking forward to it. I'm gonna watch it soon. If a joint watch is happening soon, I'll definitely watch it.
Yeah, I'll watch it before bed so I can go to sleep. All right.
Benji, this is the one thing where I would totally fight you.
Wow.
It is so good.
You know what? I'm gonna watch this show. I'll watch it. I'll watch Rakugo, but I'm gonna watch it with the intent to shit all over it. So it'll be interesting.
There is absolutely when you get to the end of season 1, there is no way you can shit on it. Absolutely no way. Like just watching the directing alone and the music's literally like Depression era, World War II era jazz and shamisen music, all intensely thrown in there at the perfect moments. Just you can't even shit on it just because the production is so good.
You're convincing me to watch it sooner than later.
Seriously, it's a period drama about the storytelling of Rakugo, and especially season 2 goes into themes about getting old and your regrets and dying art forms, performing, finding your passion. It has a lot of tragedy in it. It's just so good. I actually just moved it up on my list to number. It was, I think, my like number 7, and I just moved it up to my number 4 after rewatching the first 2 episodes.
You're right. It sounds really good. I'm looking forward to watching it. It sounds so good.
So, I'm glad I end on that one.
Cool. All right.
Okay.
Go for it.
I'll go. Some Isekai, Kyo Kara Mao and Tsubasa Chronicle. Love both of them. The first one is so fun, and it is super dumb. Turn your brain off type of show. It's really fun. Tsubasa Chronicle has beautiful music, really long arms, and reminds me of Code Geass. No, Exorcist. I started watching
Hell yeah.
2 days ago, 1 day ago, 2 days ago, and I'm on episode 15. I think it's superior in regards to shonen storytelling over Demon Slayer. I've been enjoying it way more than Demon Slayer. It's so much superior. It's so much more fun.
No worries, Ikari. I already explained to Etyo the whole timeline of Exorcist.
Yeah, I would say Exorcist. I mean, the only way I see it, it's superior to Demon Slayer is the writing.
Yeah.
Not dumb.
I'm so upset that the anime did what it did because the manga's so good right now.
I feel it.
It's very sad.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching the rest, stopping at episode 17 and just watching season 2. That's the plan. And loving it. I also started watching Yakitate Japan, which is one of the most hilarious shows in the world. I love that show.
I remember you were talking
every
about
moment.
that,
It's so good. It uses puns. It's so wonderful. It's so genius. I really love it. I was looking for a really old show that was really weird and nobody knows about, and I found Shamanic Princess. Really weird show. I watched 1 episode of it. It's interesting. I might continue. There's only 6 episodes in total, so it's really interesting. Some of the shows that I finished in this last season was Valley of the Wind, which was already spoken about. I really enjoyed it. It was fun. I thought it was a good show, good movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah, nothing spectacular, but I thought it was
Agreed.
good. Danmachi movie, I thought it was good. It was fun. I thought, to be honest, I had less expectations for it, and because of that, it made it better. But obviously, the best show that I watched and finished was Run with the Wind, which is a running anime, which aired in the beginning of the year, and it is really fantastic. I loved every moment. There was nothing bad about the show. I can't think of anything that was bad, except for maybe one episode where there was probably like some bad animation somewhere that I just overlooked. But it was good. It was a great show. And I'm so sad that King's Avatar season 2 got delayed.
Wait, it did?
It got delayed to August 16. It was supposed to come out in July, and got delayed till last Friday. And now it's pretty much impossible to find any source for it because it takes double the amount of time for Chinese animation to actually get subtitled.
Yeah.
So
Are you
I'm not
gonna?
expecting to watch it for the next month,
Are
including the movie that's also coming out.
you're gonna.
That was me with Dau Zu Shi.
You're not gonna wait for it to fully come out. You're gonna watch it week to week when it or as
I
often.
won't be able to. I've been waiting for so long, dude. I want to watch
I'm
it.
watching it week by week. I'm watching Dau Zu Shi week by week. Illegally. Because it's not legally found anywhere.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
With that's the sad thing with Chinese animation is that there's just no platform for it.
That's another show I'm
There
watching.
isn't.
That's another show I'm
Yeah.
watching. King's Avatar. I'm watching King's Avatar.
Yeah,
I really
It's so
fucking
good.
love it, dude. Oh, dude, I love it. It's been a while because I've been trying to watch it with you because we just haven't had time. But
Yeah.
it's really like if you guys get the chance, go watch it. It's
I think light water. You might like it.
yeah, my homie Brian Lightwater.
Yeah,
Video game. If you guys like video games and anime, like this is the show, like for sure.
particularly MMOs. I think particularly MMOs, you'll love it.
Yeah. Makes it a lot. You can appreciate it a lot more, which is why I think I'm gonna like Run with the Wind a lot
Yeah.
because I got into running a lot this year. So understanding it,
You're gonna love it.
Yeah, having those same experiences, so should be dope. But with that, that's everything, right?
Yep.
We got it
Yep.
all. Woo! Hell yeah! I'm so stoked. Oh man, this is just a mid-seasonal update. This is not even the final seasonal ending. We're like halfway through the season so far at this point. So it'll be interesting to see where we'll put all these shows. Once this season comes to an end, and then we get into the fall season, which I haven't really spoiled for myself. I haven't really looked into what exactly is going to be coming out. But it's an interesting season. It's there. Things are
Yeah.
happening. Things are moving. Wheels are turning. But overall, yeah, I think.
Yeah, there's only like, well, I guess Dau Zu Shi counts too. So like 4 series that
Dude,
I
Mob
like.
Psycho is just so good. Oh my god.
Nothing is Mob Psycho is my highest rated anime of the year.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, we'll see how everything develops. We're gonna get the ending episodes towards the end. Truth or Dare, appreciate you for the subscription, which I know it's you, Waffles.
Shut
That's
up, Waffles. Shut up, Waffles.
Know you. But yeah, so it'll be awesome to see kind of where everything ends up in the end, because I feel like a lot of these shows are really banking on the ending. Like if the ending's bad, it's just gonna ruin the majority of it. Like there wasn't really any super strong series right out of the gate. Like everything seems to have really only picked up now through the halfway point. So yeah, we'll see how everything else finishes off. But other than that, any other final thoughts, comments, concerns, anything like that from y'all?
Nope.
Not really. No.
Just watch Rakugo.
Watch Rakugo. Watch the superior Isekai Cheat Magician. Oh my god, not even I can bullshit that. But oh yeah, so we have.
Not us.
So we have what's it called? Join the Discord if you guys aren't already! Discord, or links in the description, which you will always find there for everything that we talked about today on the podcast. Be sure to check out the YouTube, subscribe to us, give us a rating on every single thing because it helps us out in general. And if you subscribe on Twitch, you get access to the cool KidBen1T emote designed by our amazing homie Breezy. But apart from that, we got the cooking stream on Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard, and then the EU friendly stream Sunday 10 a.m. Pacific Standard. So the streaming weekend, it's gonna be really fun. So hopefully you guys can tune into that. Be sure to stay for the after show, and yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Have a great time watching your animes, and stay tuned to find out what manga did I start. I haven't read anime in I haven't read manga in 5 years. What is
That's
the
a long time.
one manga that I'm reading? Find out. Stay tuned. All right, see you guys.
Copcraft.
Bye.
I'd rather
Copcraft.